As a producer, I try to take those uplifting kind of sounds and tones which make your body feel a certain vibration and use those to heal people. You know what I mean? And get a certain emotion out of people. And so I think as a producer, that's my contribution to, you know, the world, you know, as a music creator. So I go by Big Tunes. My given name is Corrice Joubert III. I'm actually the third born. When I started coming up and being a producer, I was like influenced by a lot of Jamaican music. I hung with a lot of Rastas, and so like I don't know if you ever heard like in dancehall or reggae, like it was like, oh, it's a big tune, you know, and so it just kind of stuck. So I hail from Oakland, California. I grew up in East Oakland as a young adult, and when I was like 18, 19, I moved to West Oakland to this loft. Back then I formed a group called Boogie Shack, and it was actually a group and a place, which a lot of folks, you know, that are like doing their thing now, like kind of came up out of that. We call it like a little institution because it was a studio and a loft space. It was a 5-bedroom, you know, upstairs flat, and you know, 5 of us moved in and we formed this group, and you know, we moved this like grand or upright piano in there, and we had like drum machines and you know 4 tracks, and we were just doing our thing and really just like developing our sound. And we prided ourselves as being, you know, groups that could freestyle, whether it was even on the mic or on instruments, you know. And so and everybody knew us as the crew that would roll up and just like, you know, we bring our axe. You know, if you got your keyboard, your saxophone, your guitar, you got an axe. You got your weapon, whatever your weapon of choice was, you came to play. So the DJ project started back in 2000, and you know, I came on board around 2005. I was brought on board to be an instructor for the production side of the DJ project, audio production, which is basically teaching youth how to produce their own music, engineer their own music, and actually write their own music as well, and record that into either a CD. Back then there were CDs, we weren't really like, you know, online as much, but creating CDs that they can go out and actually turn into, you know, money for themselves. And so basically we would, you know, they would take a semester, record, hone their talent, you know, record their project and go out, hit the streets and sell their product. Town Futurist was formed with the brother, myself and a brother named Sunru Carter. He's like this really dope mind, you know what I mean? And he's like super creative. And so he's like, man, let's form something. We need to like create a platform for these artists, and you know, I want to do a showcase, and you know, but make it like really bigger than that. And so we came up with Town Futurist as a platform for Bay Area artists. We created Town Futurist because there was a lack of, you know, that shine or that lack of platform to have artists to have, you know, a place where they can, you know, either develop their sound or showcase their sound. So it started off as a monthly at a place called the Legionnaire, which is a really small, intimate, you know, bar, and it just kind of outgrew it. Like we didn't really know what we were getting into. I mean, the first night was just like crazy packed. It was like 2 weeks of promotion. We booked all these groups. It was like 12 bands. The vision was we want to be able to stream these sessions, you know, and create some really dope content. And like, you know, so we invited videographers, you know, photographers, press, you know, we got some write-ups with Eric Arnold and stuff, and with Oakland Local and all that stuff. And so it created this kind of bubble, and it just kept growing into now we're forming a media company. Towntronics is getting ready to release kind of like an Afro house EP. I'm getting ready to drop a song in response to like all the things that are going on with like Ferguson and just like the Mike Brown, just like all these young brothers that have been killed. So the next project that I got coming out, featuring some really dope artists, is called Cocktails or Peace. I'm just kind of waiting for the right time. I have so many projects on the plate right now that that I'm trying to get out. I would describe my sound as I fuse like hip hop, reggae, dub, electronic, soul, all together and just kind of mesh it up. And a lot of my learning was just getting hands-on and really just getting my hands dirty and just doing it and applying what I was learning in school in the studio. And it's really hard for an instructor to really like teach you how to produce music, but they can give you the tools. But you have to be in a creative space to be able to like put those different elements together and pull from your inspirations and your experiences and the things that you like sound-wise and sound palettes to be able to create. One of my weapons of choice is reason, and I'm a big avid of reason and using that, and that's what I teach in the production, at audio production at the DJ Project, is how to, you basically use reason as a production tool and a creative palette to create your soundscape. I love, on top of using reason, I love to mix live elements. Sometimes I'll be in here producing by myself and, I really want the warmth of a bass guitar. And so I'll bring in a bass player like my boy Kimo, he plays bass, and, bring him in and have him relay the bass lines. Or, I'll hear a guitar line, but I don't play guitar. So, I can play it on the keys, but it just doesn't have the same feel. So, I'll produce the track and have the sound palette and bring in musicians to recreate those different parts that I've already played. There's always gonna be the next sound or the next thing. I try not to get caught up in trends too much, but if something's hot and, if it's like, hey, trap music's in now, like, fuck it, I'll try my version of a trap beat, and it's like I put all my little seasonings and aspects of that particular genre of music and into what I do, and pulling from either the sounds or just vibes that I like. Nah, I'm gonna go with, let me just try a different sound. Let me go with a different one. Because it's actually a pitch. I forgot that one's pitched a little different. Pitch the other one. what you love every day. You know, if you're a producer, inspiring producer, just keep doing it, man, you know, and you'll get better. And if you can make a career out of it, I was blessed to be able to do that, to make a career out of what I do. And, you know, I don't make a lot of money, but I'm comfortable and, you know, I'm happy, you know, with going to work every day and doing what I do and being able to work with youth and be able to share my music with them and share my music with the world.